I'm about to show you how to add 25% to your bottom line without getting a single new client. In fact, you might need to fire some of your current ones. Here's the deal. 28% of MSPs aren't profitable, and I guarantee most of you watching this have clients that are literally costing you money every single month, but you don't know it because you're not tracking the right numbers. Think about it. The client who calls you 10 times a week for the quick questions, the one who always pays on time so you think they're golden, they might be the reason you're working 60-hour weeks and still struggling to hit your profit targets. I've been coaching MSPs for years, and I've seen this pattern over and over. Technically brilliant owners who can solve any IT problem but can't figure out why their bank accounts don't match their revenue. In this video, I'm going to show you my client effective hourly rate calculator, the same system that's helped MSPs I coach increase their bottom line by 20 to 25%. We're going to cover the 80-20 rule that's killing your profits, the one calculation that reveals everything, and why every dollar you fix goes straight to your pocket, not through the usual top line minus expense nightmare. This is the next level stuff that will transform how you look at every single client relationship. Main point number one, the 80-20 profit killer. Let me tell you about Dave. Dave was running a 12-person MSP, and he was proud of his biggest client, a law firm paying $8,000 a month. They always pay on time, he'd tell me. They're our anchor client. Dave thought he had it made. Professional client, consistent revenue. What could go wrong? Well, when we finally ran the numbers, and I mean really ran them, that law firm was consuming 45 hours of labor monthly. At Dave's true cost of $50 per hour per tech, that's about $80,000 salary plus benefits, taxes, overhead, he was spending $2,250 in labor alone. Add in software licenses, infrastructure costs, and overhead allocation, and Dave's best client was actually his worst. He was essentially subsidizing their IT department while wondering why he couldn't afford to hire that next tech. Here's what the industry data shows. While MSPs obsess over monthly recurring revenue, they're ignoring client contribution, the actual profit each client generates. You can have a $10,000 a month client with 40% profit and a $5,000 a month client with 65% profit. Guess which one's actually making you money? The truth is, your top 20 clients consume 80% of your labor, but most MSP owners have no clue if those clients are actually profitable. It's like running a restaurant where your biggest table orders the most food but never tips and sends half of it back to the kitchen. You're busy, you look successful, but you're bleeding money. If you're not measuring client profitability, you're flying blind. You might be subsidizing someone's IT department for free while missing your kid's recital because you're too busy putting out their fires. And that's not a business, that's a prison you've built for yourself. Main point number two, the client effective hourly rate calculator. So here's the calculations that change everything. It's so simple you'll kick yourself for not doing it sooner. Take all the dollars a client pays you, divide by all the hours you work for them. If that number is below your cost of labor times 2, you're losing money, period. Let me break this down with real numbers. Let's say your average tech costs you $50 an hour. That's about $80,000 salary. But don't forget benefits, payroll, taxes, workers' comp, their share of overhead, the real cost. You need to be getting at least $100 per hour effective rate from every client just to break even with 100% markup. That's your baseline for survival, not success. Now here's where it gets interesting. Put your top 20 clients, the ones eating up the most of your time, run this calculation for each one. I promise you, you'll find at least 3 to 5 clients where you're getting $30, $40, maybe $60 per hour effective. Those are your profit killers. They're the reason you're working nights and weekends while your competitors are at the golf course. This isn't about top line revenue. This is about understanding the true cost of servicing each client. When you know your effective hourly rate, you can actually troubleshoot the problems. Are they misusing your services? Calling for things that should be self-service? Do you need to count more machines in their contract? Raise their rates? Fix their contract structure? Add service level boundaries? Every one of these fixes is a lever you can pull to transform a profit-killing client into a profit-making one. But you can't fix what you can't measure. What gets measured gets done. Main point number 3, the PSA reality check. Now, I know what you're thinking. Manny, this all sounds great, but you're asking me to track time. My techs won't do it. We're too busy. Our PSA sucks. Look, I get it. I really do. Autotask requires a degree to get decent reports. ConnectWise, you need a shitload of money and maybe a secret way in, or you just have to connect directly to their database. These systems are about as user-friendly as a porcupine in a balloon factory. But here's the thing. I've seen companies do this all the time. It's not a technical impossibility. It's a habit change. Your PSA is built for this. It's literally what it was designed to do. You just need to tune it up, get it working like it's supposed to, and start tracking time. And before you tell me your team won't buy in, let me ask you this. How much buy-in do you need when you can't show them that fixing this one thing will increase everyone's bonus pool by 20% when you can prove that the clients driving them crazy are the same ones costing the company money? Once you have 6 or 9 months of data, you can run this analysis. And here's the beautiful part. Every dollar you fix goes straight to your pocket, not to top line minus expenses minus this and that. Straight to the bottom line. Because you've already done all the work, you're You're already paying for all of the services and products. The only difference is how many dollars end up in your pocket at the end. And if you want my exact framework for implementing this in your business, including the client effective hourly rate calculator template and the step-by-step process for getting your team on board, check out the link in the description at mannypalachuk.com/client effective rate. I'll show you exactly how to identify and fix all 10 profit killers that are hiding in your MSP right now. Main point number 4, the bottom line impact. Let me paint you a picture of what happens when you actually implement this. When you fix a contract, start counting the right machines, or adjust pricing to those top 20 clients, every single dollar improvement hits your bottom line. You're already doing all of the work. You're already paying for all of the services and products. The only difference is how many dollars end up in your pocket. I had one MSP owner, let's call him Tom, who was skeptic about all this. My clients are fine, he said. They all pay on time. But when we ran the numbers, he had 5 clients with effective hourly rates under $40. One was actually at $22 per hour. He was literally paying to service them. Tom made 3 changes. He raised rates on 2 clients by 15%. He restructured one contract to properly count all the devices. And yes, he fired one client, the $22 per hour one. The results? His bottom line increased by 23% in 90 days. Not his revenue, his profit, money in the bank. This is about moving from all clients are good clients if they pay on time to profitable clients are the only clients worth having. It's the difference between being a technician who owns a business and being a CEO who runs a profitable company. It's about getting to the next level. I've seen MSPs add 20 to 25% to their bottom line just by fixing their worst clients. Not by working harder, not by getting new clients, just by stopping the bleeding on the ones they already have. That's continuous incremental improvement at its finest. Every dollar you fix is a dollar that goes straight to building the business you actually want, one that runs without you being chained to your desk. Here's what we've just uncovered. Your biggest clients might be your biggest profit killers. The client effective hourly rate calculator shows you exactly which ones, and every dollar you fix goes straight to the bottom line. You now have a framework to stop subsidizing other people's IT departments and start running a truly profitable MSP. This is the difference between working in your business and working on your business, between missing family dinners and actually having a life. But knowing which clients are unprofitable is just the beginning. The real question is, what do you do about it? How do you have this conversation? How do you restructure contracts without losing clients? Watch this video next, where I break down exactly how to turn profit-killing clients into profit makers without destroying your relationships.